Hello everyone, and welcome to Garden to Kitchen. Today's episode is about potatoes, Canada's greatest pastime, growing potatoes in buckets. Small buckets like the ones we have in front are 7 gallons, and the blue bin here is a 27 gallon. So due to popularity, due to a lot of followers asking for more information on how to grow potatoes in a barrel, I've decided to videotape this one right from the start, showing you how I grow potatoes in a large barrel using a unique watering system. I showed you how to do this last year, and we had an abundance of red Viking potatoes coming from the bin. So we're going to do it again because I love my potatoes in the fall and in the winter time at Christmas time. That's right. So here we go. Let's get started. First of all, we have the 27 gallon bin, and we have this drainage pipe. Now this drainage pipe is covered with all kinds of holes because it's a drainage pipe, and it's about $1 a foot, and I bought this at the big box store, Lowe's, around the corner here. And so I cut it up into sections, and we're going to put it in the center so that we can feed the potatoes all the way down to the bottom with organic materials and have the potatoes grow really big. So that's our game plan. So the very first thing we want to do is to drill a hole on each side, because this is going to be supported by a wire that goes from one side to the other. So I'm going to show you that first. First of all, I've cut a piece of wire that I'm going to feed through the blue bin, which I've previously drilled a couple holes on either side, and I'm going to feed the wire across to the other side, and here it comes out on this side here, and feed it into the other side of the bin. So this is going to support the drainage pipe so I can water the potatoes. So I'm going to snug this up a bit and just tie it off on one side and do the other over here. So as you can see, we have the drainage pipe is dead center. It's supported by the wires, and what I'm going to do is put an additional piece of wire around here, and I'm going to secure it on one side, bring it over to the other side, and secure it on this side here. So here we have the drainage pipe is right in the center, supported by the wires. So that's our first step. The second step will be just to put a base of material. That's our compost. I've got some compost here. This particular compost is from my rolling bin. This is from the kitchen and yard waste. You wouldn't know it because it's just a nice crumbly soil. So I'm going to put one of these into the bin, and I'm going to mix it with some of my soil that I have left over from last year and from my garden. So I have some here. I'm going to, whoa, it's tipsy. I'm going to add some like this. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Put a couple, maybe 3. There we go. Now, hope this doesn't tip over. All right, so let's head over to here. Let's get the soil in here, and I'd like to mix it in with the compost. And you can see the compost is just a lighter color on the other side. So that's what I'm going to do, is just spread it out. I have probably about 4 inches of soil that I have in the bottom, and that's where I'm going to plant my potatoes. For this particular bucket, I'm going to plant Yukon Gold. Now these Yukon Gold potatoes have been in my basement for a while, and they have certainly started to chit. Look at them. They're really chitting. And of course what I'm going to do is I'm going to trim them back a little bit. I'm going to take some out and be very careful not to break them off, because that's where the potato is going to grow. And I'll trim some off. I'll show you how I'm going to do that. There we go. So I'm going to trim this off to about here, And I'm going to put one potato in here, like that. Trim this one back a little bit as well. And put this one here. I think I can get about 6 or 8 potatoes in this bin. And I put the chits pointing up to the top because that's where they're going to start to grow and grow upwards. There we go. Just a few more to go here from these Yukon Golds, a Canadian potato invented in Guelph, Ontario by some Canadians. That's right, Canadians. Put that one over there. And I think I can find another one in here of a fair size. There, oh, that looks like a good one. And I'll just trim that back a bit as well. There we go. And I'll place that one in that location. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 6 potato seeds here that we can cover, and they'll start to grow. So let's do that. Let's put a little bit of soil on top of the potatoes. There we go. And I'll spread that around. There we go. Maybe just one more. So the whole idea behind this, of course, is that we're going to bury the chits, and they're going to eventually start to grow, and they'll break the soil, and they'll continue up, and they'll end up green like this here. Yeah. And of course, we'll continue to add soil when they get taller. So that's the way potatoes grow. As they continue to grow, they send out side shoots, and that's where the potatoes are formed. You're probably wondering, you know, I have potatoes all around here. You can see the potatoes in here and here. These potatoes were planted on May the 1st in my basement. And I just simply moved them into my office where it was nice and toasty, and they germinated in there, and then I brought them outside. We had some nice weather, and they've been growing outdoors. So this is May potatoes, planted May 1st, and I hope to have them in July. Probably around July 15th is when I have my first potatoes, and I'll show you that particular harvest when we come to that particular point. Okay, so I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope you got some ideas how to plant potatoes in a barrel and feed them through the top. And this system really works well, and you'll have plenty of potatoes for the fall and for Christmas. Lovely potatoes. So thanks for watching, and hope you watch again. Bye-bye.